Good afternoon, everyone. This is me, Dr. Hani Alhasani. Today we'll continue the class about ELT, how to teach English. This is the book I already uploaded to you last time. And for your own thinking, we need to start how to describe learning and teaching. And this chapter 4, we have to look at it exactly and understand the point of what? The point of what elements are necessary for successful language learning in classroom. So we have always ESA. So ESA, this is the three elements that should be presented at any class. And when you present it, it means you have to understand each element, what does it mean. So how to engage the students into such an activity. And the point is here to look at engage, study, and find the activities at the end. So for engage here, engage students into games, music, discussions, and stimulating pictures, dramatic stories, amusing anecdote. Here the point of engage sometimes will be with disengage. So if you engage a student into an activity, sometimes you give the students an activity and nothing happens. And here for study, at the end, if we look at study, we need to understand that studying here means how you practice discussion, how you practice speech. And some typical areas for study might be the study and practice of the whole or the vowel sound in ship and sheep. And would you like to come to the cinema, concert? This is the point of study and how you practice. Successful language learning in the classroom depends on judicious blending of subconscious language acquisition. And last we have activate. This is the third one. When you have typical activate exercise like role playing, drawing, describing, this is how you activate the students, make them active all the time during the discussion, and this will help you surely to get to the point of let all the students engage and understand what's going on. The second part is how do the three elements ESA fit together in lesson sequence. Okay, we have here engage, students and teacher look at the picture or video of modern robot. They say what the robot are doing. So this is how both elements are, the two sides of teaching or educational process will be between teacher and students. Second, we have study. The teacher shows students in picture and playing piano. Activate, this is about they make presentation to the class saying what the robot can and can't do. We have engage, study, activate, straight arrows lessons work very well. This is the arrows that you have to memorize. Like we need to always remember that engage, study, activate looks like this. Bear in your mind this information. And then we have another boomerang procedure. Boomerang, this is another way. It is against the straight way. So boomerang means I engage a student, then do the activities, then try to practice something, and then activate. So the point here, when we need to look at the activate at the end, they say sometime later students role play another job interview, bringing in the knowledge they gain in the study phase. So that's why you engage, then activate, then you study, and then activate and back. So the point here, I need you to remember in the presence the teacher is answering the needs of students. So that's a very important point in boomerang stage. Okay, then there is a mixture of procedure: engage, activate, activate, study, activate, study. This is the last way of dealing with the situation. We have here another patchwork sequence. Patchwork sequence, it's more complicated. Consequently, they need to give flexibility to students. What teaching models have influenced current teaching? So for as long as people have been learning and teaching languages, they have to learn audiolingualism or grammar, translation, and PPP: present, practice, and prepare. So this is the point that we need to understand. 3P. We have here grammar, translation. We have audiolingualism. This is how the practice could be through such an activity. Okay, we have here produce, present, and practice. Try to remember this point or this concept very well, because you will find it so many times into exams or into such ideas. You can find 3Bs. So 3Bs: presentation, practice, production. Task-based learning, the task that given to students and let the students think about it. Communicative language teaching, this is a communication, how to develop ideas of student for the students to talk about something or engage to do the debate. Like here, debate still continues, of course, for reaching discovery activities. And we have here lexical approach, that the word and phrases are far better building blocks for language than grammatical structure. Classroom stages, being given new names to help us describe teaching and learning in different ways. Conclusion. So you have to read this conclusion. Let's move to a chapter. We need to discuss chapter number or chapter here 7. We have to start with chapter 7. So in chapter 7, how to teach reading. So we are looking for chapter 7 after chapter 4. Why? Because we need to focus on the activity, exact activities. So in the point here, we have to understand what are the students, or what reading skills should students acquire. That's the concept that you have to reread again. This phase, the students can read for a pleasure or read for detailed comprehension, and because of this you need to find out something. Like here, one of the teacher's main function when training students to read is not only to persuade them. Okay, well, what are the principles behind the teaching of reading? The principle reading is not passive skill. So students need to be engaged, students should be encouraged, and principle prediction is a major factor in reading. So when you have reading the principle, you have to show that it's not passive, and also last match the task to the topic. Number 6, good teacher exploit reading text to the full, so they can finish it within limited time. This is very, very high level of understanding the reading the activities and how they can manage the time. So this is an example here. More reading suggestion, like some suggestion for intermediate and elementary level. Like here, students can use symbol or instruction operation. This is for elementary, and also elementary here. For advanced, students read the text and have to guess which of group people they think wrote the text using picture provide. So that's the point here. And students read narrative with missing in groups. They have to supply their own ending. Students read fact file about country, population, machine, or process. So this is the conclusion. Read the conclusion very well, and next time we will continue the class. I hope that you get an idea about reading in a quick, because like I already discussed it very quick, but you have to reread in detail. That's a concept, and that's a point, and that's our target. Thank you very much for listening, and I wish you a nice day.